Hello, welcome to Creative Ends International. So, I just want to make a brief explanation of the trending cap. This cap that just look like should I say Hausa cap or Malam cap? I don't know. But just that flat cap without design. So to make this cap, you don't even need a sewing machine. So you can just be at the comfort of your home and produce for yourself what you need. Okay. And also, I can boldly say that from 1 yard of fabric, you should be able to get at least 4 to 5 caps out of 1 yard if you can properly cut and manage. Okay. So let's see how it goes. So you start by folding your fabric into two. All right, remember that this cap does not need anything like base, so you are not going to be having a separate base for this cap. So you fold your fabric into two. After folding it into two, you take the length of the cap. Okay, so how deep do you want the cap to go? Is it 15 inches? Is it 14? Is it 13? Is it 12 inches? For me, the depth of my cap is usually between 12 and 13 inches. I don't exceed that, because when you exceed that, it's going to look too big. That is too long backward. Okay, but if that is what you want, because of those people that are carrying braid, you can have 15 inches. So usually I work with 12 to 13 inches as my depth. And then now, after knowing the depth of the cap, you will now know what is the size of the head of your client. So since it's a free size being produced in the market, we are going to use the normal head size for adult. Adult head size is between 22 and 24 inches. Anyone bigger than that means something is wrong. So it's between 22 and 24 inches. So we are going to work with that measurement as the head size. Okay, so now I am already cutting out the depth of my cap, which is I used 13 inches for the depth of my cap. Okay, so that's what I'm cutting out. Remember, the material should be on a fold, and this part I'm cutting is not going to be the front, it's going to be the back, because the folded part is going to be the front. The folded part is the front, it's not where I cut from now. The part that you do not cut at all is the part that will be the front, because now I just reversed it. Now I have turned it. This part that is folded and is smooth, that is the front. So you cannot have any other part apart from this as the front, because you are not going to be attaching anything extra. Then to get your size of the head, I have said we are using 22 or 24 inches. So that 22 inches divide by 2. 22 inches divided by 2 will give you 11. Okay, so it will give you 11. That 11 is the exact measurement. So if you want it to be a little bit firm, you have to do like 10.5 or even 10 inches, especially when you know that the fabric is extremely stretchy. So if your fabric is very, very stretchy, then you do 10 inches for a head size of 22. But and if it's a head size of 24, then you can do like 10.5 or 11 inches for a head size of 24 instead of 12. Okay, so remember, by this time now your fabric is folded into 4, not into 2 again. Now that you are taking the measurement, your fabric should be folded into 4, not into 2. We started by folding into 2, we took the measurement of the length we want and all of that. For us to take the measurement for the size, that is the head circumference, by this time your fabric should be into 4. So from that into 4, you will now take the measurement of the head circumference, which will be like 11 inches, because you will need a little part of it that you will use for your hand sewing. So you are not just going to cut exactly 10.5. So you cut 11 or you cut 11.5. So if you are using 10, you just add like 0.5 inches. If you are using 11, add 0.5 inches. Okay, so that 0.5 is the part that will allow you. So now here is one thing that is very important that you will do. You are going to curve this material. You will curve it. So to curve it is very easy. What you will do to curve it is to you can, from the back, get like half an inch from the back, and then this part that is the square where I am there now, you will come inward, you will measure into the turban maybe 3 inches, 2 inches, or 2.5 inches into the turban. Then you will use your tailor chalk to join it together, and then you trim. Okay, so that is just the whole thing about this turban, ability to curve that place. And to curve it is very easy, just come in 3 inches or 2 inches inward from that sharp edge. Okay, and then you use it to cut it, and you are going to have the turban curved. All right, then you check your measurement, and after checking your measurement, you are going to start to sew from that part. You just move your thread into the lines that are already drawn. Okay, and then you pull it together. If you want it to be very smooth, you want it to be neater than what we see in the market, at this point you can just take it to your weaving machine and then weave together. That weaving will help to be like it's sewn together. All right, but if you don't want to go through that stress, you don't have a weaving machine, most of the ones they sell in the market, they are not weaved, so it's not compulsory you weave it. All right, so after this I will show you how to cut out the pattern, assuming you don't want to go with the stress, you don't want to go through the stress of measuring everyone that you want to produce. You can just get like tailor brown paper or cardboard paper. That's what children use in school for drawing, that cardboard paper. Then if you are not using that one, you can just get a carton and cut your pattern. So once you already have the pattern, you don't go through the stress of measurement anymore. You just place your pattern. After folding your material into four, you just place your pattern and cut it out. So that will save you a lot of stress. So this is how it goes, and this is how it is done. So the next thing you are going to be seeing is how to cut the pattern. You can use your carton. All right, for in this video I actually used a carton, but I was a little bit restricted because of the length of the carton was not really up to what I wanted, but then I was able to manage through. Okay, so let's see how we cut on carton. So here's my carton. I'm just going to take the same measurement, head size and length, and then I will cut it on the carton. So the measurement I'm using is 11 inches. Then I cut off the excess that I don't need. Then I will now check the depth. Okay, I'll check the depth. What I need for the depth can be like 13 inches. But like I said, if you need 15, do 15 inches. That is if you know that your client is going to be having a lot of braids that is going to be putting inside, then you need up to 15 inches. But for just normal flat head, 12 inches is even enough. I beg me not rub this thing for my cloth there again. I beg. So, all right. So that is for the length. So the next thing we are going to do is to create our curve. So what I did was to take a little bit of measurement out of the back. That was because the back looked a little bit longer. I was checking, I saw that it was more than 13, and I don't want it to exceed 13. So I went ahead and marked out the excess. Okay, that's why you see that I was measuring. Okay, then I was trying to also check to see what I have in front and see if there is any need to remove from it. like I said before, I said if you intend to use 10 inches. Okay, let me first explain here. You see this sharp edge, this is the only thing that will curve this turban. Come in from that place by 3 inches or 2.5 inches or 2 inches, but just come in. The moment you move in from that sharp edge, it's going to give you a perfect curve for the turban. So one thing that stands out in this turban is the ability to curve it like this. So once you are able to curve it like this, you are good to go. Okay, so this is how you can cut down your pattern, and with this pattern you can make as many turban of this design as you want. And also, I will really want to say that this particular turban can also be wore, you can wear it, please, I'm sorry, you can wear it with fascinator. So it mustn't be plain like this. If you like it and you want to wear it, you can wear it and then you put your fascinator on it. Actually, this cap is far better than those nets that we put on our head. You know, this skin net for hair that we put on the head. Instead of you working with skin net, why not make this cap yourself and have different colors that will match your clothes instead of working with skin net. I actually see that it's simple, but I see that when people wear it, it look gorgeous. Very simple, but it's just giving that kind of language of good vibe, you know. So you can also make your own. All right, so let's see how I'm going to use it to cut my pattern. So I explained before that you must fold your pattern into four. Okay, that is your material into four. After folding your material into four, then you place your pattern on the material. All right, so now this is our measurement. The other part we don't need it, so we just go ahead and trim it off. If you cannot press it down properly with your hand, you can pin it. That is where you will now need to use a lighter paper. You cannot go and pin carton on the fabric, so you need something that is light, like the cardboard paper that you can easily pin, or the tailor brown paper or white paper that you can easily pin. All right, so look at it, it's ready. So at this point, the only thing you still need to do is just to use your needle and thread to pull it together, and you are good to go. So thank you very much for staying and listening to this training. All right, I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Just drop it on the comment section, and immediately I come across them, I will respond to you. Happy new week, not weekend now, so it's new week. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Don't forget, this is Creative Ends International. Thank you very much.